I want to answer the argument that Douglas Murray gave on Piers Morgan show. Don't get me wrong, okay? I understand living with a radical Muslim can have many conflicts, okay? I also a follower of Douglas Murray before, but when it comes to these Palestine versus Israel issues, he been biased, and that's why I make these videos to debunk his rhetoric.
And I would cite the killing of the 3 hostages. I would cite the killing of the 2 women outside the Catholic Church. I would cite the President of the United States saying that they're using indiscriminate bombing, and so on. Do you?
No, and I think that most of the people who think they know how to execute this war have never executed a war. Indeed, most people who think they know how the IDF should be running this conflict have never been near a conflict. I'm in Israel tonight. I was in Gaza again yesterday. And the examples that you give, by the way, Piers, I don't see why they show any need to prosecute the war itself differently. I mean, just to take one of them, the first example you give, the absolutely tragic, awful shooting of these 3 hostages as they were coming out. But, you know, some of the spin that's been put on that in the world, apart from the glee, of course, that Israel's enemies can't help expressing, some of the spin on that is almost as if it shows the IDF is sort of so brutal that it even kills Hamas hostages who are Israeli. I just think this is another example of the international media and others just having this astounding lack of empathy for the Israeli people. Can you imagine what it was like?
Sure, we never been at war, but the idea that whatever IDF do at war should never be questionable just somehow because we never been at war is dangerous. To make a belief that what IDF do will always be right because we never been at war is dangerous, because it gives IDF the power to do many war crimes like we already witnessed, okay, and get away with it. Why we should believe that IDF are an angle? They can do a war crime. Then Douglas Murray said that we took 2 or 3 examples to make IDF look bad, to make IDF look brutal. IDF doing a war crime and brutal. Bombing Gaza for 2 months from 8 October till 22 December, okay, that kill many civilians, innocent men, women, and children. Do brutal, stripping ton of men, even an underage boy. Do a harassment at war. BBC and IDF spokesperson alone already signal that they just start asking who is who. Means many civilians there. Okay? If you grieving over one lady just stripped half naked, but laugh when ton of men, even boy, which is civil, been stripped, you are a hypocrite. More, there is many hijabi women there, which more easy to hide bomb on burqa. Okay, but IDF not strip them, right? Because fear been cancelled by pro-IDF is feminist, which is a sign of hypocrisy. IDF letting ton of baby die, burn in rubber, which is the most horrible way to die, and they still a baby with no help for months from 8 October till 22 December. Okay, Rocket Hospital were injured people there, also a war crime. Told people to go to south from north and then shoot them when they go. It's also a war crime. Cut water supply, cut food supply is also a war crime. But sure, okay, I try to make IDF look bad. Douglas Murray say we not care for IDF. for me look like some Muslims say,
we doesn't care for Hamas.
Like for those soldiers who are in Gaza, knowing that at any point there are snipers, there are booby traps everywhere, people coming out of tunnels that they've built at British and American taxpayer expenses and attacking them. Can you imagine what it was like for the soldiers who, in that terrible moment, made the life-changing mistake of shooting 3 people who turned out to be Hamas hostages?
But why would they? But Douglas, on that, why would they shoot anyone who was shirtless and waving an SOS flag? I mean, why would whoever they were, whether they were Israeli hostages or whether they thought they were Palestinians, why would anyone shoot anyone who comes out like that? That's my point.
That'll be a matter for the inquiry into it. But look, it's hardly as if they'd have wanted to have done that. What this demonstrates is, in this incredibly close conflict in a heavily built-up area, with people coming out from all sides, firing, shooting, detonating, people make mistakes. Of course they do. That's just a human reality of war, horrible as it is. I don't think it shows in any way that Israel is prosecuting this war wrongly. As for the main issue of the war, the main issue of the war is to destroy Hamas.
Piers Morgan questioned the right thing, okay? IDF still shoot people, even their own hostage, even if this man already shitless or topless. The same when they strip man, even underage boy civilian, okay? And they did it on purpose to humiliate man and boy. Douglas Murray say, can you imagine like how IDF people fear to be shot at Gaza? Sure, after they bomb for months and decide to attack, we must care for IDF soldier, right? I understand that it can be accident. IDF killed 3 hostages, but Douglas is pattern, okay? When debate is, whenever IDF do something wrong or even a war crime, this guy will pop up and try to minimize the wrongness of IDF, while at the other hand, every time the opposite side do something wrong, he will maximize it. Like when he compared Hamas with Nazi, like
Nazi always regret when they kill people.
Which is bullshit. And also, yes, there is probably a rape, although I never see the valid evidence. The only evidence, like some people say there are rape, but the concrete evidence, we never saw it, okay? But I guess it can still happen, okay? But if one people rape, okay, you couldn't justify to kill all Arab or Palestinian just because the face look the same, okay? So if there is civilian man being stripped, being tortured, you couldn't say like, he is the one who raped on 7. You've been very biased.
No Israeli of left or right or centre believes anymore after October the 7th they can live beside Hamas. Hamas has been...
Let me make it correct, Douglas Murray, okay? Yes, they want to revenge Hamas, okay? And they keep use excuse like, we only want to kill Hamas, but at the same time, behind the scene, they do a fucking war crime, okay? And we can witness it on internet, right? With our own eyes. Like they bombing hospital, there is injured people at hospital. They bomb, kill many civilian, men, women, and children, right? Cut water supply, stripping teenager boy. Even if there is adult hijabi ladies there, which more suspect to hide bomb, right? IDF already did a war crime, so it's not simply the only intention of IDF is to attack Hamas. I don't buy your bullshit.
given the statelet of Gaza. It was given it in 2006, voted in, then killed their fellow Palestinians in a coup, killed Fatah rivals, and they've run the Gaza for almost 18 years now. And they've produced a new generation of people whose main aim in life, it seems, according to their textbooks and their classes, is to regard Jews as enemies who should be killed. This is just an unbelievable waste, a waste of life on every side. But apart from anything else, a waste of those Palestinian lives, of children who grew up under Hamas's rule, if you can call it that, who have been indoctrinated into becoming sociopaths by a psychopathic terror organization, Hamas.
All right, Cenk, you've been listening.
First of all, Douglas, we don't need the history, okay? Now many civilians suffer so much because of IDF attack, and that need to be resolved as fast as possible, okay? We don't need history. That is number one. Number two, you act like care Palestinians so much when you alone support and relax when 20,000 Palestinians die because of bomb. Okay? About brainwashing. Sure, Hamas brainwashing, right? But it goes both ways. IDF elite like Netanyahu or other many times on TV also spread the hate, like subhuman, Palestinians are subhuman, Palestinians are animal, or Israelis ambassador for UK said like they want to erase all Gazanian, like only one state solution, right? And they also brainwash it, like you try to brainwash other to become pro-IDF. Sure, Hamas leader teach a hate towards Jews, but if IDF kill their family, kill their parents, okay, humiliate his or her brother or father by strip them naked, kill their grandma, shoot their son or their daughter, how they not grow a hate towards quote-unquote IDF, especially after IDF bombed them 24/7 for 2 months from 8 October to 22 December now and counting. How they not hate quote-unquote IDF, Douglas Murray?
Listening to that, is there anything that Douglas...
Several things. First of all, anyone who uses the term genocide in this context simply doesn't know what they're talking about or is a malevolent actor. I don't know if Mr. Uyghur's travelled at all in his life, how far he's travelled, how many conflicts he's seen, but I'd have guessed none. And you clearly know nothing about this particular conflict, and you've obviously seen none of it. The genocide that you describe is such a smear and a libel against the Jewish state. If Israel wanted to commit genocide, I'm sure it could, but it doesn't. It doesn't remotely want to. And people like you and other pro-Palestinian propagandists have spent years claiming that Israel is committing genocide in the Gaza. By the way, the weirdest thing about this claim is that the population of the Gaza has grown by 1 million in the last 15 or so years. So if Israel was trying to carry out a genocide, it's either the worst perpetrator of genocide ever or uniquely poor at performing that task. None of the stats support that ridiculous claim. It's such a weird smear and a libel of Israel. Secondly, of course, you've just rattled off Hamas figures, as every one of your...
Douglas, saying people never travel doesn't make you right. Secondly, Douglas Murray talked that there is no genocide when now IDF already bombing Gaza for 2 months, which killed 20,000 of Palestinians. Okay? And he proudly talked on TV that there is no genocide. Third, he keep revering the moment where the time when Israel and Palestinian doesn't have war or ceasefire at that time, like which of course there is a population that grow, okay, but that doesn't mean there is no genocide now. First, secondly, maybe before not really genocide, but IDF do occupying Palestinian people. They have control over their water, their food, their electricity. Everybody must be checked. They lynch people at No Hamas West Bank before 7. They shoot civilian. They strip men at No Hamas West Bank before 7. Okay? And during conflict, they kill many Gaza civilian. And maybe not genocide, but you know this is also not right. Right? Fourth, Douglas whining about the IDF do a bad genocide. IDF always claim, which supported by Ben Shapiro and Douglas itself, that they try to protect civilian, okay? They only want to attack Hamas, but now 20,000 people already die. Yeah, I think it have some truth that IDF do the worst job, okay? The worst job of trying to kill Hamas only and trying to protect Palestinian civilian.
Your kind always does. Thirdly, you said that the world cried. A world cried. You said that the people like you who cover for the Palestinian extremists. Thirdly, you said that the world cried out for the 36 Israeli dead children. No, they didn't. And you.
Douglas say no war crime by IDF. No, IDF do war crime. You can see by your own eyes. And they say like many celebrate on 7 October. Okay. And I will explain that for fanatic Muslim, yes, they celebrate. But for people like me who say kiss fire, okay, we never celebrate 7 October, okay? Even if we not empathy for 7 October, we Asian like me still understand that it is a crime did by Hamas, okay? But that doesn't justify IDF can do another more worse war crime at Gaza for 2 months. And Douglas already biased, right? I'm not Muslim, I'm Asian, okay? I do understand and sympathy on 7, okay? But people like Douglas say, you are pro-Hamas, you must celebrate it. I'm right.
Know that very well. You know that very well. If you put up a poster to a missing dog in any Western city, that poster stays up. In city after city in America, posters of abducted Jewish children, including a 10-month-old baby, were put up and were ripped down by people who have been indoctrinated into hate of Jews. Nobody would rip down the poster of a missing dog, but from Dublin to Berkeley, they ripped down posters of abducted Jewish children. So no, I don't think there was
Douglas,
very much care for that around the world.
Let me put this to you, Douglas.
Let me make 2 other very quick points. Firstly, you said what?
I think there is a news where the hostage of Israel, especially a woman, treated fairly, okay? And again, I want you to acknowledge the hypocrisy, okay? Even if you say, oh, I am a how aboutism man, I will still say it, right? Douglas say like a poster of baby been ripped, they don't care for baby. And Douglas Murray itself relax and doesn't care when Gaza babies been bombed, okay, burned in rubble with no help. He alone doesn't give a shit. Okay? What a hypocrite.
What Hamas might do, as if it was some kind of hypothetical. Hamas showed what they do, what they want to do. It showed it on October the 7th, and its leadership, as I'm sure you very well know, said that they would like to repeat that again and again until they have got rid of every Jew. So, I don't know. I would trust Hamas's word on that rather than your interpretation of what you think they mean when they say that, and your generous interpretation of what you think that means. And finally, as for preventing a...
Look, there is elephant in the room. The difference is Hamas leader hate Jews and want to kill all Jews. But his dream not turn into reality, okay? The biggest thing only on 7 October. But on other hand, Netanyahu and their IDF leader also make a statement on TV. They want to erase Gaza. And it's real. They did it from 8 October to 22 December. Right? And you don't care, Douglas Murray. And you put fear on us that if we not stop genocide these Gaza people, they will attack us again on the future. You know, even if they attack, they took a long time to regroup, and you can make another Iron Dome. And even if there is Israel who died on future because being attacked, it's not as many as what IDF now do, genociding Gaza people. Okay, so there is no a win and win solution in this. Okay, Douglas make a debate from Israeli perspective, which very benefit, like although must genocide and make sour Palestinian. Okay, while on Palestinian view, like they need to stop and they need to cease fire, and they have right to say so because they already been bombed for 2 months, right? Maybe give this advantages to Israel a bit, like I cannot genocide anymore or something like that, right? Okay, but it would save life of civilian men, women, and children at Palestine.
Palestinian state. It is nonsense that the Israelis have prevented a Palestinian state. They gave the Gazans a
Well, because they have
Palestinian
one, right?
state in 2005. They gave them a Palestinian state in 2005 when every Jewish person was ripped from their homes in the Gaza by IDF soldiers. And the Palestinian people were given a state. And what did they do? They voted in Hamas, who then killed their fellow Palestinians, never had another election, and used all the billions of dollars of taxpayer funds from the US, UK, and Europe to build terror tunnels and to enrich themselves so they could live the life of luxury in Qatar. Again and again, the reason there is not a...
Look, Douglas, we don't need history, okay? We need ceasefire now because baby been bombed by IDF. Today, civilian men and women died by IDF. Today, that's what we need. And also, I think from the news that if I remember, there is IDF spokesperson who said like, oh, we are the one who make the tunnel. But okay, if it is Hamas, let's say truly all tunnel made by Hamas. Okay, I think what Douglas did is only framing Hamas. Okay, Hamas is bad and need to be framed, but Douglas only framed Hamas and try to make us forget, okay, that the Netanyahu elite, IDF elite, also doesn't really like one-state solution. They've been tricky, by saying like, okay, we want two-state solution, but they don't. Okay, oh, the Hamas leader living in luxury in Qatar, like the elite of Israel also told people to war while they alone sit at the office. What is the difference?
Palestinian state is because the Palestinian leadership doesn't want one.
Okay, Douglas,
didn't want one in 1947, it preferred war, and it doesn't want one now.
Douglas, let me put one point to you raised by Queen Rania of Jordan in a new piece for, I think it was the Washington Post. In just over 2 months, she said Israel's
turned Gaza into a hellscape. At least 8,000 children have died, more than the death tolls of Pearl Harbor, September the 11th, and Hurricane Katrina combined. But these are gigantic and horrendous numbers of children being killed. do you not have any qualms about the number of children being killed? I mean, does it not suggest that Israel?
I want to hear Queen Rania talking about this as much as I want to hear Queen Camilla or Meghan Markle. I mean, it's pathetic. Queen Rania is holding on to her own position in Jordan. The only piece of advice she has for anyone is how to marry a king. Queen Rania herself is just playing a very nasty political game. If she cared at all, and I would pose this to all the states in the region, if Jordan cared at all for the Palestinian people, they would take them in. They would take them in. They don't want them. If the Egyptians wanted them, they'd take them in, but they don't. You know why? Because every country that takes in the Palestinians gets terror. It happened in Egypt, it happened in Jordan, it happened in Syria, it happened in Lebanon, it happened in Tunisia, on and on. That's why these people don't really care about their fellow Muslims. They just care about hating Jews.
All right, Cenk, your response.
Yeah, so
Douglas just talk about how Palestinian doesn't care the poster of the baby hostage, okay? And then when Piers Morgan asked him about like the genocide that happened at Gaza, Douglas Murray itself doesn't give a shit, okay? And he start talking like all Arab world fear to help the Palestinian because they would get terror. Look, I think the terror is from IDF, you know, IDF supported by America, and they fear like if IDF search Hamas at Yemen or search Hamas at like Arab, they would get trouble. Okay, they fear of the power of IDF. Okay, and who said that the look again? I also know Muslim always make a conflict, but the Muslim do care about their fellow Muslim. Palestinian, okay, but they can do nothing, okay, that is the problem. And after that, Douglas Murray as usual try to frame like, oh, you hate Jews. Like he tried to frame like everybody just hate Jews, not care for Muslim. No, it's not. They care for the Muslim friend, and IDF keep attacking, make them growing hate against quote-unquote IDF.
He's listened to nothing I've said.
Yeah, I know, because I'm Muslim. That's what we call
something. I'll tell you. No, it's not that at all. It's not that at all. I just think that I think you're just a very low-rent racist. But anyway, let me just get on to it. You say first of all, I don't care about the death of Palestinian children. Yes, I do care. I care very deeply about it. But I also know that the responsibility for their deaths lies on Hamas, which has misgoverned their society for the last 16 years, and now has been leading the country into being in a war with Israel. So yes, it's on Hamas this. As for seeing wars, by the way, I just mentioned about seeing wars because as far as I can see, you're very ill-traveled as well as rather ill-lettered and ill-spoken. And I mentioned that I cover wars and go to wars because I happen to think myself that it's worth seeing things with your own eyes, including...
Douglas, if you keep supporting idea for bombing Gaza for 2 months, I don't think you really care for Palestinian. Stop pretending like you care, okay? When they say like, okay, I care for the Palestinian, but look, I don't care the first sweet word, okay? I only care after the word after but, okay? Like again, he said like, oh, it's because Hamas, it's Hamas' fault. That's why IDF have no choice to genocide Palestinian people. Look, I understand Hamas also do a crime, a war crime. Like if you kill the Hamas who attack you on 7, I agree, Douglas, it completely self-defense. Okay, no one question it. If you then search Hamas at Gaza, where you also actually have control, right? Like control of electricity, control of water, and if you search the Hamas, like Mossad search the Nazi, and then put them on jail and give them death penalty, yes, it's self-defense, okay, and Hamas is the problem that need to be get rid. But if IDF use this moment to also bomb Gaza, that kill innocent women, men, and children for 2 months, it's not self-defense. It's not. Okay, and it's also the IDF. The IDF is wrong. Okay, IDF also is part of the problem, and that what you deny to acknowledge.
Things that you don't particularly like, but you report the truth. I don't know if you ever even leave your own bedroom. And I can tell already that you don't, because you've already said something that demonstrates you know nothing about this conflict. You have just demonstrated it in the following terms. You said that this is why we need to push for a two-state solution and give legitimacy to the Palestinian Authority. I'll tell you something you don't know, because I guess you spent no time in the West Bank, have you?
Douglas Murray said like he been a journalist at war, therefore he know thing that we don't know. Like he only cosplay at Israel border where he's safe. If you are a real journalist, you must go and see what happened at Gaza too. You know, the real journalist make a interview, make a report when they in Gaza, not on the safe comfort zone on Israel.
I'll tell you something you probably don't know. The Palestinian Authority, Fatah, celebrated the 7th of October massacres. I'll give you another fact, which demonstrates you know nothing about this and clearly haven't ever visited any Palestinians in the West Bank as I have. If there was an election tomorrow in the West Bank, the reason why there isn't one is because if there was an election tomorrow in the West Bank, Hamas would win. So your idea of a two-state solution, I'm afraid you are so out of date and you really should leave your bedroom. Because in this region, nobody thinks that there is a two-state solution on the table because there is not a viable negotiating partner. But I just want to make one other main point. You have gone on and on tonight, throwing accusations out against the Jewish state, against me. It's the sort of thing you do. I know you're a sort of online pugilist and think you can run for office, and good luck with that.
In here, Douglas Murray make assumption, you know, like if he come to court, right, and make a trial. If he say like that, oh, I know because you already say word like this, therefore you must be like this, like that. The judge doesn't give you a shit. You don't give an evidence. You just make an assumption. Douglas' argument is very one side only. Like yes, like Fatah celebrate, some radical Muslims celebrate, another civilian who not radical Muslim sometimes can celebrate because IDF shoot people at street, strip people, lynch people, right, and destroy their home. Of course, I not justified it, but it makes sense. Some of them also celebrate it. Okay. Douglas act like, oh, I ever been on West Bank, that's why I know everything. Look, there is also a journalist who go to West Bank and disagree with IDF crime like lynching people, kick out people from their home, strip man, pee on this man civilian, shoot kid. Like again, Douglas Murray, like two-state solution is a win-win solution that everybody wish, but it's difficult to happen. Yes, because Hamas doesn't like it, which you point out many times like a broken cassette, but you fail to acknowledge that Netanyahu, IDF, and most elite at Israel also doesn't want two-state solution. But they play victim like, oh, because Hamas first, we have no choice, one-state solution for us, so we will genocide all Gaza.
But I'd just like to point out that you only really get animated if the Jews are involved. And I can tell that for the following reason. I mean, your surname's Uyghur, isn't it? 1 million Uyghur Muslims in China have been put in concentration camps in the last decade. And people of your ilk never really care about that, do you? Because it's not the Jews doing it, it's the Chinese Communist Party. At the moment, 1 million people who are in Pakistan at the moment, who are your fellow Muslims, and who happen to be Afghan, and I don't think you care about them, do you?
Douglas Murray start alone use how-aboutism when we talk about the urgent of Gaza civilian life now because IDF keep bombing. Douglas Murray, who the criticize of how Baptism, alone pop up and say, how about Chinese people who genocide Uyghur? Look, this kind of conservative right wing from the West keep lecturing us that Chinese CCP genocide Uyghur, and we need to take action. Okay, even if there is a lack of evidence. Okay, and many Western vloggers already come to Xinjiang or Uyghur and said it's nothing like this Douglas Murray tried to frame. Even there is a German social scientist who said it's not like what Douglas Murray tried to frame. Okay, even if the CCP jail some Uyghur, they jail the radical one. Okay, they do not just simply bombing or the Uyghur civilian. You can go holiday at Xinjiang, right? It's and after this right-wing conservative Westerner like Douglas Murray lecture us how CCP genocide Uyghur Muslim in Xinjiang with lack of evidence, then they turn out relax, justifying and celebrating the war crime that IDF did to Palestinian Muslim, right? Even if they can see on their own eyes and the evidence can see all over internet, like these people just relax and celebrate it. If you want to shout hypocrite, you are the one who is hypocrite, Douglas Murray. Sure, I remember Douglas criticized Chinese government for too strict on COVID, which make the civilians suffer.
The Chinese Communist Party has been unusually clever and indeed brutal in stopping its people getting access to information. So there was a fear that people like me had in recent years that the Chinese people would not be able to uprise ever against the CCP, precisely because they had information, but it was the wrong information or limited information. But here we see a genuine ground-up protest movement, and absolutely understandably so. Lockdown was brutal enough in Australia and in Britain and in America, but my goodness, the zero COVID policy in China, where millions of people are locked into tiny apartments in massive, massive cities like Shanghai. No wonder they eventually have a breaking point. I'm very glad that they're showing it.
But then, now, he justified when Israeli government bombed the neighbor 24/7 for 2 months. Israel government is good and holy and IDF is an angel. Like, if IDF female army participate in stripping teenager boy, she is a pedophile. Get it? Douglas, it goes the other way around. Okay? You keep lecturing how Muslim Uyghur been genocide by Chinese government with lack of evidence. Okay, even many Western vlogger itself already goes to Xinjiang, right? Okay, acting like you care so much for Muslim, saying we must attack Chinese government, when you alone protecting Israel government, who clearly on our own eyes do a war crime for 2 months bombing Gaza.